Islam and the Caliphate. Before the arrival of Islam, inhabitants of the Arabian Peninsula were divided into nomadic tribes that traveled around the Arabian desert. They practiced agriculture and farming, and trade in groups, caravans. They used the same language and were polytheists. Main cities were Mecca and Medina, where the commercial routes met. The south of the peninsula was a fertile region, Yemen, where farming was possible. There was an important trade route with Mediterranean civilizations. Mecca was a very important city. In 610 Muhammad, a merchant from Mecca, had a religious revelation and started a new religion to him. He started to preach only one God, Allah. He escaped with his followers to Medina. This event is the Hijrah, the first year of the Islamic calendar. Muhammad's religion became stronger. In 630 Muslims defeated Mecca and he respected the holy stone, Kaaba. Mecca became the capital of Islam and the tribes Arabs started to follow Muhammad and Islam. In the 7th century Muhammad brought these tribes together under a common religion, Islam. Muhammad's successors were called caliphs, and the lands they governed were known as the Caliphate. The causes of this expansion were motivation of Muslim soldiers, they fight for their faith; decline of neighbor empires; popularity of th new religion in other lands; they tolerate other religions, non-Muslim people pay special taxes. The main stages of Muslim empire are the Orthodox caliphs 632–661 controlled Arabian Peninsula, Great Expansion, Syria, Palestine, Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Persia. Ahmed Caliphate 661–750, capital Damascus, expansions in India, North Africa and Iberian Peninsula. Abbasid Caliphate 750–1258, new dynasty, Abbasid, capital Baghdad, centralized government. Crisis of the Caliphate, 10th century, civil wars, economical crisis, division of the empire in small caliphates. Later expansions, new trade routes, Sahara Desert, India, Indonesia, Philippines, Central Asia, China. The caliph was considered as the shadow of God upon earth, had all the power, political and religious. The vizier helped the caliph to govern as like a minister with authority over the rest of the civil servants. The emirs were governors of the empire's provinces and territories. The qadis or judges. The diwans collected taxes. 5.3. The economy. Agriculture. Mainly farming. They obtain milk, meat, wool and leather from goats and sheep. They used dromedaries, donkeys and horses to transport people and goods. Irrigation system. Wells, canals, water wheels and terraces. New crops from Asia: rice, cotton, sugarcane, citrus fruits and saffron. Vegetables: aubergines, carrots and spinach. Trade and craft work. Great development of the trade routes: Silk Road. Greater than Western Europe: wood, iron, tin and silver. Greater than Eastern Europe: furs, gold and copper. Greater than Asia: spices, perfumes, silk. Greater than Africa: ivory, gold, slaves and salt. Craft work. Artisans worked in small workshops where they sold their own products: textiles, jewels, weapons, glass, ivory, bricks, ceramic, cotton, lined textile, carpets, tapestries, leather, pottery, perfumes, paper. They use the same currencies: dinar, gold, and dirham, silver. Muslim cities. Medina, central part of the city, was walled. Religious buildings: mosque, school, madrash, market, souk, public baths, military buildings, citadel. Most important cities: Baghdad, Damascus, Alexandria. Outside the Medina were situated cemeteries and suburbs. 5.4. Muslim society is divided in landowning aristocracy, control agriculture and trade, families of Arab origins, political posts, important families from occupied lands, peasants, work for the rich people, people converted to Islam, and other religious groups, Christians and Jews. They were respected, paid more taxes, limited rights. Slaves, obtained in wars. Slaves, Turkish, Africans. 5.5. Muslim culture, Arabic language, philosophy, science and Muslim art. Main innovations, Arabic numbers, paper, compass, gunpowder. Muslims also contributed important advances on their own in science, algebra, medicine and chemistry, and in the humanities, philosophy, history and literature. 5.6. Muslim religion. Islam means submission. The book is the Quran, collection of God's revelations to Muhammad. Muslims have to respect 5 rules, the 5 pillars of Islam. Belief in a single God, Allah, and His Prophet Muhammad. Praying 5 times a day facing Mecca. Charity to the poor. Ramadan, no eat and drink during the day. Pilgrimage to Mecca, at least one in their lifetime. The Quran had another rules, Sharia. No religious images of God, Muhammad or any human figures. No eat pork, drink alcohol, no gambling. Islamic art. Islamic religion forbids the representation of human and animal forms, so the most important artistic achievements are in the architecture and design, such as pottery, ivory pieces, metalwork, and not in painting and sculpture. In architecture used, semicircular arches, golden domes, lobed arches, horseshoe arches. They used poor materials, brick and tiles with rich decoration. Horseshoe arches. Lobed arches. The main buildings were the mosque and the palaces. Palaces were where the caliphs lived. They had a public area where the throne was found and a private area. All the palaces had beautiful gardens with fountains. The most important mosques are in Damascus, Kairouan, Samarra, Jerusalem and Cordoba.